Porsche has had some financial troubles. They used to make a lot of money. Now they make very little money.
Yeah.
They decided to sell their stake in Bugatti to private equity.
For years, Bugatti stood as one of the most exclusive names in the automotive world. The company built some of the fastest and most expensive cars ever made, with prices often reaching several $1 million. At the same time, Porsche was one of the important companies involved in Bugatti's ownership structure through its partnership with Bugatti Rimac. That is why many automotive fans were surprised when Porsche decided to sell its stake in Bugatti Rimac and reduce its involvement. The timing of this decision attracted even more attention because it happened during a period when Bugatti was already being discussed across social media and YouTube. Much of that attention came from a rebuild of a crashed Bugatti Chiron per Sport by YouTube creator Mat Armstrong. Millions of people followed the project as Armstrong attempted to repair a car that many believed would never return to the road. As the rebuild progressed, viewers learned about the challenges of repairing one of the world's most complex hypercars. They also saw discoveries that started discussions about luxury car pricing, shared parts, and the way manufacturers protect their brands. While there is no evidence that Porsche's decision was caused by these events, the overlap in timing created a story that attracted interest from both automotive enthusiasts and casual viewers. Suddenly, conversations about a damaged Bugatti were connected with larger discussions about ownership, business strategy, and the future direction of one of the most famous car brands in the world. The center of the story was a heavily damaged Bugatti Chiron per Sport that belonged to American content creator Alex Gonzalez. The car had been involved in a serious accident and was later declared a total loss. Normally, a vehicle of this value would be repaired directly by the manufacturer or remain out of service permanently. However, Gonzalez decided to buy the car back after a period of salvage auction. The next challenge was finding someone willing to attempt a repair. That responsibility eventually went to Mat Armstrong, a British YouTube creator known for rebuilding damaged performance cars. From the beginning, the project appeared almost impossible. The Bugatti had major front-end damage, deployed airbags, damaged carbon fiber components, and transmission issues. According to reports discussed during the rebuild, Bugatti estimated that factory repairs could cost around $1.7 million. The situation became even more complicated because Bugatti reportedly refused to provide official support for an independent rebuild after determining that the vehicle should not be repaired outside its approved system. This meant that obtaining certain parts and technical information would be extremely difficult. Despite these obstacles, Armstrong continued with the project and documented every step for millions of viewers. What started as another ambitious rebuild soon became one of the most watched automotive projects on YouTube. People were fascinated not only by the technical challenge, but also by the questions the project raised about repair rights, manufacturer control, and the true cost of maintaining ultra-expensive vehicles after an accident as the rebuild moved forward. Several discoveries attracted enormous public attention. One of the most discussed moments came when Armstrong and his team examined the airbags and compared part numbers with parts used in other vehicles. According to the information shown in the videos, some of the airbags appeared to match components found in much less expensive cars within the wider Volkswagen Group family. This quickly became a major talking point online. Many viewers were shocked by the idea that a multi-million-dollar Bugatti could contain parts that were also used in vehicles costing only a fraction of the price. Armstrong also highlighted other components that appeared surprisingly ordinary for a car in this price range. Social media users quickly shared clips and screenshots, leading to debates across automotive communities. However, industry experts pointed out that shared parts are common throughout the automotive world. Manufacturers often use the same components across multiple brands because it reduces development costs while maintaining reliability and safety standards. From an engineering perspective, there is usually nothing unusual about this practice. Still, the public reaction showed that many people expected every part inside a hypercar to be completely unique. The discussion was less about engineering and more about perception. Buyers spending millions of dollars often expect an experience that feels entirely exclusive. Discovering familiar parts inside such an expensive vehicle challenged that image for some observers. Even though these findings did not reduce the Bugatti's performance, they changed the conversation surrounding what customers are really paying for when they purchase one of the world's most expensive cars. The story became even bigger when Mat Rimac, the chief executive of Bugatti Rimac, publicly addressed the situation. His response brought the discussion beyond YouTube audiences and into mainstream automotive news. Rimac explained that repairing a Bugatti is far more complex than repairing an ordinary vehicle. He emphasized that the company uses specialized equipment, highly trained technicians, and strict safety procedures when working on its hypercars. According to his explanation, many components cannot simply be recreated or repaired using standard methods. From a technical standpoint, his argument made sense. Vehicles such as the Chiron contain advanced engineering systems, carbon fiber structures, and extremely powerful drivetrains that require specialized knowledge. A mistake during repairs could create serious safety concerns. At the same time, Armstrong maintained that he was simply trying to repair a vehicle that its owner wanted back on the road without paying factory-level costs. His response was generally calm and focused on finding practical solutions rather than creating conflict. Many viewers appreciated this approach, and public sympathy often leaned toward the independent rebuild effort. The exchange between Armstrong and Rimac highlighted a larger issue facing the automotive industry. Manufacturers want to protect safety, quality, and brand reputation. Independent repairers and owners want the freedom to fix vehicles they legally own. The Bugatti rebuild became an example of this ongoing debate. It showed how modern vehicles can create tensions between corporate control and consumer choice, especially when those vehicles are among the most expensive and technologically advanced products ever sold. While the rebuild was attracting headlines, Porsche was dealing with challenges of its own. The company had spent years enjoying strong profits and global demand for its vehicles. However, the automotive industry has changed rapidly in recent years. Manufacturers are investing billions of dollars into electric vehicles, battery technology, software development, and new production systems. At the same time, competition has increased, especially in important markets, such as China. Porsche faced pressure from slowing sales growth, changing customer preferences, and broader economic uncertainty. Reports indicated that the company experienced a significant decline in profitability during this period. When businesses face financial pressure, they often review investments that are not directly connected to their main operations. Bugatti Rimac represented a relatively small part of Porsche's overall business. While Bugatti carries enormous prestige, it produces very low volumes compared with Porsche's main vehicle lineup. From a business perspective, reducing involvement in side investments can be an attractive way to simplify operations and focus resources on core priorities. This appears to be the reasoning behind Porsche's decision to sell its stake. Although some observers link the timing to the attention surrounding the Chiron rebuild, there's been no public evidence connecting the two events. Instead, Porsche's move fits within a broader strategy of concentrating on areas that have the greatest impact on its future growth. For many analysts, the sale reflected financial and strategic considerations rather than reactions to social media discussions or YouTube content. The entire situation demonstrates how connected the modern automotive world has become. A crashed hypercar purchase at a salvage auction evolved into one of the biggest automotive stories online. A YouTube rebuild introduced millions of people to questions about luxury branding, parts sharing, repair rights, and manufacturer control. At the same time, Porsche's decision to reduce its involvement in Bugatti Rimac sparked discussions about the financial realities facing even the world's most respected performance car companies. Together, these events created a story that reached far beyond car enthusiasts. They highlighted the difference between public perception and business reality. Many people imagine companies such as Bugatti and Porsche operating above ordinary financial concerns, yet they face the same strategic decisions that affect businesses across every industry. The Bugatti rebuild also revealed how powerful online creators have become. A project filmed in a workshop generated enough attention to attract responses from top executives and discussions across global media outlets. Whether people supported Bugatti's position or Armstrong's approach, the project succeeded in starting conversations that would likely never have happened otherwise. As the automotive industry continues to evolve, stories like this will become increasingly common. Traditional manufacturers, independent creators, and passionate audiences are now connected in ways that can influence public opinion worldwide. The result is a new era where a single damaged hypercar can become the center of debates about technology, ownership, business strategy, and the future of the automotive industry itself. The automotive world was surprised when Porsche announced that it would sell its stake in Bugatti Rimac. For many years, Porsche had been closely connected to Bugatti through ownership arrangements and investments. Bugatti has long been seen as one of the most prestigious car brands on the planet, building machines that cost millions of dollars and represent the highest level of automotive engineering. Because of this, many people expected Porsche to remain involved for years to come. However, the company decided to step away at a time when Bugatti was already attracting attention from a completely different story. Across YouTube and social media, millions of viewers were following the rebuild of a crashed Bugatti Chiron per Sport by popular automotive creator Mat Armstrong. What started as a difficult repair project slowly became a discussion about luxury car pricing, manufacturer control, and the true value of exclusivity. As the rebuild gained more attention, people began connecting it with Porsche's decision to leave Bugatti. While there is no public proof that the two events are directly related, the timing was enough to create curiosity. Automotive fans started asking questions. Was Porsche simply focusing on its core business, or was there something bigger happening behind the scenes? The overlap between these two stories created one of the most talked about discussions in the automotive industry. Suddenly, a damaged hypercar sitting in a workshop became connected to a major corporate decision involving some of the biggest names in the car world. Whether the connection was real or not, the story captured attention because it combined luxury, money, engineering, controversy, and business strategy into one fascinating narrative. The center of the story was a Bugatti Chiron per Sport that had suffered major damage in an accident. The car belonged to American content creator Alex Gonzalez, who became widely known for owning some of the world's most expensive vehicles. After the crash, the Chiron was declared a total loss and eventually appeared at a salvage auction. Most people assumed the car's story was over. Vehicles at this level are extremely complex, and repairs can cost enormous amounts of money. However, Gonzalez decided to buy the car back instead of walking away from it. The next challenge was finding someone willing to attempt what many believed was impossible. That person was Mat Armstrong, a British YouTuber known for rebuilding damaged performance cars. Armstrong had successfully repaired many vehicles before, but nothing on the level of a Bugatti Chiron per Sport. The car arrived with serious front-end damage, deployed airbags, damaged carbon fiber parts, and major mechanical problems. Reports suggested that Bugatti estimated repairs could cost around $1.7 million if completed through official factory channels. For most people, that figure alone was shocking. It highlighted just how expensive it can be to repair a modern hypercar. Yet Armstrong accepted the challenge and began documenting every stage of the process for his audience. Millions of viewers quickly became invested in the project. They wanted to see whether an independent mechanic and his team could accomplish something that seemed almost impossible. The rebuild became more than just another YouTube series. It became a test of skill, determination, and the limits of what could be achieved outside a manufacturer's official repair network. AS work on the Chiron continued. The project took an unexpected turn that pushed it far beyond the automotive enthusiast community. During the rebuild, Armstrong and his team started examining individual components and comparing part numbers with parts available from other vehicles. One discovery quickly spread across social media. According to the information shown in the videos, certain airbags used in the Bugatti appear to share part numbers with airbags found in much less expensive vehicles within the Volkswagen Group family. To many viewers, this was shocking. People expected every component inside a multi-million-dollar hypercar to be completely unique. The idea that a Bugatti could contain parts similar to those found in everyday vehicles created a huge reaction online. Additional discoveries added fuel to the conversation. Armstrong pointed out other components that appeared surprisingly ordinary, considering the vehicle's price. Social media users began sharing clips, creating memes, and debating whether luxury brands were charging enormous premiums for products that share parts with far cheaper cars. However, automotive experts quickly explained that part sharing is common throughout the industry. Manufacturers often use proven components across multiple brands because doing so reduces costs, improves reliability, and simplifies production. From an engineering perspective, there is usually nothing wrong with this approach. In fact, Many luxury brands use parts that can be found elsewhere within their corporate groups. The real issue is perception. Buyers spending several $1,000,000 often expect every detail to feel exclusive and unique. Even if the shared components work perfectly, their existence challenged the image many people had of what a hypercar should be. The discoveries did not make the Chiron slower, less safe, or less impressive, but they changed the public conversation around what customers are actually paying for when they buy one of the world's most expensive automobiles. The controversy grew even larger when Mat Armstrong, the chief executive of Bugatti Chiron, publicly addressed the rebuild project. His response transformed the story from a popular YouTube series into a topic discussed throughout the automotive industry. Rimac explained that repairing a Bugatti involves far more than simply replacing damaged parts. These vehicles are built using advanced materials, highly specialized engineering, and strict manufacturing standards. According to him, only a limited number of people in the world possess the necessary training and equipment to perform certain repairs safely. From a technical standpoint, his comments were understandable. Hypercars operate at performance levels far beyond ordinary vehicles, and mistakes during repairs could have serious consequences. Carbon fiber structures, powerful engines, advanced electronics, and complex safety systems all require specialized knowledge. At the same time, Mat Armstrong maintained that his goal was simply to repair the vehicle for its owner at a reasonable cost. He expressed surprise that Bugatti's leadership was paying attention to the project and repeatedly stated that he was not trying to create conflict. This response earned him support from many viewers, who saw him as an independent mechanic taking on a challenge that larger organizations believed could not be done. The discussion soon expanded beyond one damaged car. It became part of a larger debate about repair rights and ownership. Should manufacturers have the power to control how vehicles are repaired after they are sold, or should owners have complete freedom to repair their property however they choose?